Hey guys, so welcome back to another hunt video. So, got a lot of stuff in last week's hunt. It was one of the better weeks I've had in a long time, at least at the stores. And the stores seem to be getting a lot of new stuff in. It's a good time right now for us toy hunters. So, what am I on the lookout for? Oh gosh, really, it's hard to say. There's just so many different things dropping. I definitely want to get those monster turtle crossover NECA figures. I'm still looking for some of those Spider-Man figures, the Batman McFarlane figures from the movie. Those are kind of at the top of the list right now, but let's head on in and see what we can find. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit those notification bells. You guys know the entire drill by now, I'm sure. So without further ado, let's head on into our first store of the week, which is going to be a Target. So right when I come into the Target here, there's an end cap with these Star Screams, and I've been looking for one of these. I have one pre-ordered, but it's nice to find in the store. These Coronation Studio Series Star Screams. And here's the wrestling section. Boy, this Series 13 is pretty plentiful. I don't think any of these prior Legend series were as plentiful as this one right now, which is a weird one to go heavy on because it doesn't really have any huge heavy hitters. I mean, Cowboy Bob Orton, the Hurricane. I mean, Jake the Snake is fine, but, we've had plenty of Jake the Snake figures. There's that Triclops. Plenty of Masters of the Universe stuff. I just love seeing a lot of Masters of the Universe on the shelves in general. That just makes me happy. Let's see. Some Batman. The DC McFarlanes. What do we got going on here? The three Jokers. Yeah, I was very amused by that Batmobile. That it has all the various noises. Here's some G.I. Joes. NECA section's a mess. That means there has not been a rep here in a while. I don't think I've ever seen this Reaction Child's Play 2 Chucky. I've seen the one from Child's Play 1, but I don't think Child's Play 2 I've seen. Otherwise, unimpressive at the moment. Golden Girls, randomly Jazz. Here is the next Target here, the wrestling section. And it's kind of cool to see some of these vintage collection figures, even though somebody was very irresponsible handling them. But they're not the easiest to find aside from Lando. There's IG-11. I already have them all, so I obviously didn't take them, but it's good to see them. Here's a Battle Cat from that Kitty Masters of the Universe show on Netflix. Not the Kevin Smith one. Now here's an end cap with a lot of these McFarlane Batman 66 figures. I already had the Riddler. That's the only one I want from this one. But, yeah, it's kind of neat to actually see all these other ones, though. Jake the Snake. They got some G.I. Joe classifieds there. None of the Chase Jake the Snakes. Here's NECA here. At least this one is more organized than the last one. And this is new, this Witcher. It's those are new figures. Not what I'm into, but still interesting to see. Something new. And here's a clearance section, and look at this Battle Cat. It's like $11.99. Like a dummy, I paid, I want to say like $40 for that. Here's a bunch of canes at this Target. Again, loaded up with this Series 13. Roman Reigns from the Top Picks figures. Masters of the Universe. And here we go. Here's something that I've been looking for. The Batman. The Riddler. And Catwoman. Those are definitely coming home with me. Those are definitely 3 figures that I've been wanting to find. And those are the only ones. And this is a Walmart. Here's some studio figures. Soundwave, Hot Rod. Some Ghostbusters stuff. G.I. Joe. And look what we have here. The Spider-Man figures. These figures I've also been looking for. And the whole line is here. I just need 2 of them. And look at that Doctor Strange. But I just need the symbiote Spider-Man, and I need... Oh, what was the other one that I needed on this line? Oh, the Hobgoblin. And they had both, so I definitely grabbed both of them. It's very happy to finally find them. Yeah, they really look good. I kind of set them up there just to see what they look like together, the ones that I wanted. And here's the rest of the toy section. And there's Batman from the 3 Jokers. It's actually a pretty good looking Batman figure. I don't need them, but it's still kind of neat. Thought that was cool. And these Turtle 2-packs. There's nothing exciting with them. Yeah, Masters of the Universe actually has some decent stuff here from the Origins. So this was a pretty well stocked Walmart today, which you don't see often, but today it was. Some AEW, some basics. One thing which I have not seen at Walmart in a long time is Elites, aside from these Hollywood ones. This is a comic book shop that I went to with Cece. And a lot of McFarlane's and some Black Series figures, which I thought was cool. Actually did grab something here, which you guys will see later on. It'll make sense when you see it. A lot of cool statues here. Those lightsabers. It's a great Sabine Wren bust right there. A lot of these little Marvel figures. Yeah, these are definitely really cool looking. Had a bunch of Marvel selects. Some pretty decent ones, some harder to find ones as well. And everything was retail here. They didn't really have anything that I needed, but it was kind of cool to see some harder to find figures that are retail. Everything here was retail. There's a Commander Bly, which is a hard figure to find. Mandalorian. There's a Mace Windu down there that's pretty hard to find. He was like $20. A bunch of comics. It's a neat little store in East Greenbush, New York. So this is what kept me from toy hunting today on Friday. It's actually still snowing a little bit. It's almost 5 o'clock. It's pretty nasty. Hoping to be able to get out tomorrow. So we shall see. Hey guys, so it is Saturday morning and the roads have been cleared just enough so I can get out to at least a little bit of a toy hunt. I'm not going to venture out too far. I'm going to hit up my normal Saturday morning honey hole here, Target, that I always seem to find a lot of stuff at. So I'm going to see what's in there, and I'll probably hit up one more Target and Walmart after that. And so I should be able to go to 3 stores today. At least that's what I'm hoping. And what am I looking for? Oh boy, I don't even know. There's so much stuff hitting right now. It's gonna be a surprise. I already found the Spider-Man figures I was looking for. I found the Batman figures I was looking for. And I suppose there's a new NECA that are out, the new Goliath, the Monster Turtles. That would be cool to find. So we'll see. All right, let's head on in. All right, so right off the bat, pretty stocked Transformer section. They had the Dinobots down there, which is pretty cool. Pretty well stocked McFarlane section. I actually really like that Red Hood figure a lot. It's one of the better McFarlane figures that's come out. Nothing out of the ordinary on those reaction figures. Otherwise, this area was a little bit of a mess. Nothing to speak of for Marvel Legends. This end cap of Batman stuff. Only interesting figure there was the new Batman. Wrestling, nothing crazy here. Again, that Series 13 line, which, again, I've never seen the Legends be so plentiful, which is good. But I don't know if this was the line to go heavy on. Hopefully they do that for future lines that have a better lineup than this one did. Because if they look at this one and they're like, oh, see, the last one didn't do well, so we're not going to make as many, but the next line has a bunch of bangers in it, then that's going to be a problem. And there's Stridor, which I haven't picked up yet. Yeah, I'm not sure if I will or not. Still can't believe that Rise of Evil 2-pack is hanging around. When is that going to be like $5? And there's that Ghostbusters 2-pack, which I'm glad is hitting the stores, because that one on the secondary market was getting ridiculous. And here's another end cap, which is a lot of stuff on this one. NECA. Nothing exciting, unfortunately, this week here for NECA. Looks like it hasn't been really restocked in a while. You can usually tell when it's all messy like this. That means there hasn't been a NECA rep there. All right, guys. So, welcome to the pickups portion of this week's toy hunt. And today, I did go to several stores, but I only got footage at one because at two of the stores there was honestly nothing to show, and I didn't want to waste your time with it. It was two stores that I went to earlier in the week, which were pretty stocked at that point, and right now they were kind of bare. So I was like, there's no point in showing this. So that's why there was only one store shown from Saturday, which was the first Target I went to, which I didn't find anything there, but at least it had some decent stuff to show. But here are my pickups for this week. I'm going to start out by showing clips of three pickups that I got, which I already have displayed. So here you go. So the first piece that I got this week in the mail, which I am just super excited about, which I already put up in its place here, is this Mafex Superman. And this is just an amazing Superman figure. This figure actually is pretty expensive on the secondary market. And I just got lucky in that it went up on sale on Big Bad Toy Store very briefly before it quickly sold out for regular retail. So I was able to snag it. And this is an amazing figure. Like, just look at that cape. It's a cloth cape with wiring so you can pose it. Comes with all sorts of stuff. Here is the box for it. You can see it comes with a different head, a bunch of different hands. Sorry. It is really cool. And I actually tried my hand at some figure photography, and I put it on my Instagram. So check out my Instagram at Oleg's Collecting. The spelling is in the description for the video. But yeah, I did some really cool figure photography with this figure. It is just an amazing figure, and I'm so happy to finally be able to add it to my collection. The next figure, which I got in the mail, is a Storm collectible Ken, which I set up right here with Ryu. Now I have evil Ryu in the background there. It's actually fighting a scorpion, but I need another Mortal Kombat figure and maybe another Street Fighter figure to balance it out. But be that as it may, I decided to get the Ken. I've been trying to find a good price on him, and I finally was able to find a good price for him on Mercari, and he came complete in the box. Has a bunch of different heads, just a bunch of stuff that it comes with. And I tried to pose him in his classic ready pose, and I just think he looks amazing right there with Ryu. I mean, I absolutely love it. I think this is just, these Storm collectible figures are something else. Yeah, them and the Mafex, I just love. I'm kind of obsessed with both lines right now. And last but certainly not least, I got this Masterpiece Optimus Prime figure. He's one that scales with the Soundwave and Starscream. You see that Megatron is bigger. He scales with that Optimus Prime. I got to figure out a better way to display these. But anyways, this Optimus Prime, I actually got it the week before, but I didn't show it in my weekly pickup, so I'm showing it now. But this is just an amazing, amazing piece. Yeah, he's pretty spectacular. So I'm very happy to get him and add him to my collection. I'm still waiting on a Megatron from this Masterpiece line to arrive to scale with these three figures. So as soon as I get him, I think that'll be enough for me with the Masterpiece figures. But yeah, I just think this line is amazing. I mean, those two larger ones, it's a dangerous rabbit hole to go down, and I'm gonna try to stay disciplined and just stick to these. So, all right. So, welcome back. And I really love those three things. That Superman is just incredible. That Ken, the Optimus Prime, those three pieces are just unbelievable. I'm so happy to add them to my collection. So, spoiler. There's going to be a spoiler at the end of this video, and it's going to be my last pickup, sort of a pickup. You'll understand when you see it, but I'm going to leave it for last because it is somewhat of a spoiler for this week's Book of Boba Fett episode. And in case you missed it, that episode, I don't want to spoil the episode. That's why I'm leaving it to last, and I'll warn you when it's coming. And this way, you don't have to skip around the video to try to see when that part ends. It's just going to be the last thing I show, and I'll tell you when that is, and you can just duck out at that point if you don't want to see what it is. But don't skip forward either, because at some point I will be dropping the word of the week. So anyways, without any further ado, I'm going to jump into the other pickups from this week. Stuff that came in the mail, stuff that I found in the stores. A lot of this actually is stuff that I did find in the stores this week, which is pretty cool. But I'm going to start with the mail stuff first. So the first thing which I got in the mail today, and this is something which I've been trying to find, it feels like forever at this point, and I just was not able to find it in the stores. Finally, a buddy of mine, Jason, hit me up and indicated to me that he found it and wanted to see if I wanted it. I was like, absolutely. And it is the Hollywood Rowdy Roddy Piper from They Live, the John Nada. This figure is pretty awesome. Next is also from Jason. It is the Chase Jake the Steak. Next are actually some Nintendo Switch games that I got in the mail. First one is Road 96. This is kind of an obscure game which Radical Reggie recommended. It's kind of a choose your own adventure type of game. If you ever played games like Until Dawn on the PS4, games like that, this is apparently along the same lines. So it's called Road 96. And like I said, it's more of a choose your adventure type of game where it has multiple endings. So it has a lot of replay value. Next is a game which I love this genre. It's a shoot 'em up genre, and it is Darius HD. And last but not least, this is a game which I played on the PS3, and this is almost like a sort of a remake, I guess, and it is Deadly Premonition Origins. There's a Deadly Premonitions 2, which I've not played yet, but I figure I'd get this right now. Deadly Premonition is a really interesting survival horror game. It takes place in a kind of a strange little town. It's essentially based on the town of Twin Peaks from the show, so it's very quirky. It's a fun game. It's not. The game definitely has some bugs to it, but overall it was a fun game. Next, you guys saw me find this at Target, and I was super happy to find this. I had this pre-ordered, but I canceled it because I was able to find it at Target. And it is the Coronation Starscream from the Studio series. Not exactly sure if I'm going to keep this in box or not, since I have the Masterpiece Starscream, but we'll see. For now, I'll keep it in box until I decide what to do with it. Next, these two figures I got, I was super excited to get because I've been actively looking for these. And it is from the Spider-Man line. It is the Symbiote Spider-Man. So now I have all the figures I wanted from this line. And the Hobgoblin. I already got the Ben Reilly. Those were the only three that I wanted: the Ben Reilly, the Symbiote Spider-Man, and the Hobgoblin. I'm happy that I now have the three. Next, I found the new Batman McFarlane figures from the movie, from the Batman movie. And first one is the Batman himself, which is pretty cool looking. And I think this is going to be the hard one to find from this line. It is Catwoman. Sorry for the glare. And last but not least, the Riddler. Can't wait for this movie. From what I'm hearing, it's almost a horror-esque. And I also got a movie this week. I saw this movie in the theater. I loved it. I thought it was just fantastic. I don't think enough people saw it, and I hope it catches on DVD, Blu-ray, streaming, and that a lot of people get to see it this way, because it's a really good movie, and it is Ghostbusters Afterlife in 4K. I thought this was just a phenomenal Ghostbusters sequel. And the word of the week is going to be spoiler. So right now, if you guys want to duck out, if you don't want any spoilers for the last Book of Boba Fett episode, thanks for watching up until this point. But if you guys have seen the Book of Boba Fett, this is basically almost a custom that I made. Now, the way I did this was, if you guys have watched this whole week's video, I went at that comic store where they had all of those Black Series Star Wars figures, and they had the Empire Strikes Back, Yoda, and Luke. And I already have it, but I was like, you know what? I think I can make a custom out of this, which is pretty cool. Because if you guys remember in the new Boba Fett episode, we have Luke training Grogu, and he's running around with him with a little backpack on his back, very similar to how he did with Yoda. But he's in the Return of the Jedi black clothes, and he's running around with Grogu. So basically what I did was I took the backpack from that 2-pack, I took my Black Series Return of the Jedi Luke, and then I took my little Grogu Black Series figure. It was like the little one that came out. And I combined it all to make my own little custom Luke from Book of Boba Fett Episode 6. With Grogu comfortably sitting in the back. I just love how this came out. It's perfect. So, you know, obviously it's not any kind of crazy custom. I just had to basically Frankenstein it together. But I don't know. I was very amused by it. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this week's hunt. I got a lot of good stuff this week, I think. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you guys have been finding yourselves. I definitely want to find the Swamp Thing McFarlane figure, which I think I probably will within the next couple of weeks. That's going to be pretty much the next big thing which I'll be looking for, and whatever else we come across. I'll be dropping another midweek video this week, probably on Wednesday. Thanks for watching once again. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe. Until next time, take care.